Hey chemistry students, if you missed the Oobleck lab in class, here's a video to see what you missed so you can record your data from the lab observations part of the Oobleck phenomenon. So I've made the Oobleck. I measured out 60 grams of cornstarch and 50 milliliters of water. I stirred them together until it began to thicken. And now I'm ready to start doing the manipulation of the Oobleck and recording my observations. So first, I'm going to try to cut the Oobleck. So I'll just take my stirring rod here and I'm going to try to cut it like this. You can see you don't really see anything happening. It doesn't look like it's being cut. There is some pressure in here as I'm cutting it. So it does feel like there is some solid inside, although when you look at it, it certainly doesn't look like it's cutting as a solid. Next, I'm going to slap the top of it. So I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm going to slap it. And notice then I let my hands sink in. So when I first slap it, again, it's hard to see what you feel here, but I feel hard, solid at first, and then as I leave my fingers there, then they start to sink in. It feels very sticky here, like my fingers are stuck in the Oobleck as I pull them out. So again, I'll slap the top once more. It feels very solid when you slap it. Next, pour some Oobleck into your hands and roll it into a ball. So here's my ball, and it starts to immediately pull back out. Here's my ball, brief amount of time. Let me do it this way, maybe you can see better. It rolls into a ball for a short period of time and then liquefies immediately and starts to spread everywhere, as you can see. Similar, if I try to make a snake, this is one that's very hard to see on the video, but you can feel it. When you rub your hands together, you're able to create the snake kind of feeling in there. But again, when you take your hands off, it immediately starts to liquefy again. So as I'm rubbing it, it does get solid and forms a snake like it would feel like for Play-Doh if you're using Play-Doh or clay, and then it liquefies immediately. Finally, if I try to draw in the Oobleck with a scupula, oh, I'm sorry, that's not my scupula. Here's my scupula. You can see it feels pretty solid as I'm doing that. And I think you can see that a little bit. Looks liquid here, but as soon as I touch it and push on it, it begins to feel very solid. So record your observations and then add your thinking in the right-hand column about which state of matter the Oobleck is behaving like for each observation.